if you want to stay in manual mode, for example, move your brindle into the plus and minus. Ooh, yeah, this thing's quick. Fun, simple, and elegant. Back into regular drive mode. This car in comfort mode feels soothing. Feels like I'm an undercover rich guy just taking it slow and taking it easy. One of my favorite things about these German cars is trying to figure out how the cup holders work sometimes. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we got a 2023 Audi A4 S-line, courtesy of Audi on Thornhill, and my good man Saad is the one who helped me get my hand on this vehicle and review it for you guys today. So if you guys have any questions, I'll link all of their inventory. See, they got a G-Wagon. I'll link all of their inventory in the description below, and tag Saad as well too. But back to the video. So 2023 Audi S4 with the S-line package on it. Arguably one of the best looking daily driver, almost sleeper cars out there as well too. But one of my favorite features about this vehicle is up here in the front. It's those beautiful headlights. Audi is the best in the game when it comes to making headlights. Arguably, nobody comes close. No BMW, no Mercedes, no other German manufacturer comes close to making iconic Audi headlights. But let's talk about the exterior real quick. Aggressive body lines, as you can see from the very top of the hood, coming all the way down, pointing you, pretty much directing all your eyes to the Audi badge in the middle. Quattro, and you can also see your parking sensors as well. Some nice silver trim going all around, which matches the blue color and also the silver and black rims. So that's always something to look out for. This car is like a sleeper build and arguably one of the best looking Audis for entry level at least. This is what our key looks like. Don't worry, those are not gunshots. That's just construction. I checked. Going to the back, we get tons of space over here. Snow brush, because again we're in Canada and it gets super cold. We also have cloth mats over here, which I wouldn't recommend if you're driving in the winter. And our spare tire down here as well. Some nets. And as you can see, pretty decent amount of room. Now closing that off. Beautiful Audi tail lights that are also sequential too. They light up really nicely. And coming into the interior, one of my favorite things about these German cars is trying to figure out how the cup holders work sometimes. So I say I should put my finger here because it's some lines and then pull it. There you go. This is like arguably the most over-engineered cup holder I've seen in my entire life. But hey, I love it. Stitched leather all around, coming over here. Very nice and very soft to the feel, to the touch, I mean. Leather floor mats from a comfortable driving position. Pretty decent amount of leg room, and we have a little moonroof up there as well. Now closing this door, some beautiful silver trim over here, very nice. And also some padding down here. Window controls. You get a speaker, some netting, and a place for you to put your water bottle. I don't have a water bottle on me to test that, but it should be decent enough. And a little bit of plastic. This car doesn't have a lot of plastic, but the little bit of plastics that is in here is not noticeable at all to the eye. Like, it's not something that stands out to you all the time. Now hopping into the front, S-line badging down here, memory seats, unlock and lock, window controls, and yes, the windows do fold in as well too. This is where you put your key, right there. Fully digital gauge cluster put onto maps, because you guys know me, I'm a big fan for something like that. But as you can see, very responsive, shows you your kilometers. This thing has 720 kilometers. That's better than some RAV4s that I know as well. Very cute, but very satisfying paddle shifters. Your wiper controls. And there you go. Your signal controls are also over here, and your high beams as well. very bright high beams, and you can turn on your fog lights as well. Everything is so far seems basic. Sure, let's say it is kind of basic, but did you guys notice the giant touchscreen at my disposal? Very beautiful, very quick to react as well too. And let's go to Audi Select Drive. You see that? This looks really good. Beautiful metal trim over here. Heated seats for both you and your passenger. Heated steering wheel, because that's a must-have in Canada. And there you go. You can even adjust the size of your speedometer, which is very nice. Wireless charging down here. Type-C USB port over here as well. Close that, move that forward. Now everything is hidden. Electronic parking brake, and your 2 cup holders and a USB-C port over here, and your 12-volt charging port. Some of the buttons down here include your auto on and off, traction control, park assist. Well, since we're in park, it doesn't really need to park itself any further, so you're good. You also get your parking sensors. It shows you a bird's eye view of the vehicle and pretty much everything else around it, which is very nice. This is in front of us. As you can see, the Nissan there. It's the Nissan right there, right behind us. And you also get a backup camera as well too, which is pretty nice. So closing that off, we get our dual climate controls over here. This thing is very satisfying to use. Very nice. Our fan speed, our AC controls, and your passenger also has their own dual climate zone for themselves. But anyway, let us hop into the POV drive. Alright guys, welcome back to the POV drive of the 2023 Audi A4 with the S-line package. Big shout out to Audi on Thornhill for giving me this vehicle. I love this thing. I don't want to give it back, but unfortunately I still have to. This thing is powered by a turbocharged 2-liter pushing 261 horsepower and 271 pound-feet of torque. And since we're in a residential area, we're gonna dial it down and go straight into comfort mode. Speed limit is 40 and this thing is just cruising. The suspension feels very soft. Our digital display is like very smooth and very easy to operate. It's very smooth and very easy to operate. This car in comfort mode feels soothing. Feels like I'm an undercover rich guy just taking it slow and taking it easy right now. But if I really needed the extra power, I got tiny little paddle shifters on the back to just help me out in any situation I am in. No heads-up display, but we do get a fully digital gauge cluster that is very responsive. And my favorite feature about this one is that you can put a map on this. Reminds me of playing GTA when I'm driving and there's a map right on the toggle screen. This is what this reminds me of, and I love that. You can zoom in tremendously and you can zoom out. Very smooth, very responsive, and very easy to use. And yes, I did mention paddle shifters. 7-speed automatic transmission. This thing is smooth. And if you want to stay in manual mode, for example, move your brindle into the plus and minus. Ooh, yeah, this thing's quick, and the transmission is smooth at it too. It's like it almost predicts what I want to do exactly, which is nice. I like that a lot. There is Audi Thornhill right there. Talk to my man Saad. He will help you out in any situation you need help with. And let's say you forget that you are using a brindle. It will still shift for you automatically if you take way too long to shift. It won't let you redline the engine into oblivion, which is a nice little safety feature. Another safety feature is that if you want to use the map, for example, you have to be at a complete standstill. The second I start driving, and let's say we want to search to go somewhere, it lets you as you are parked, for example. But it's nothing too crazy. The second we start moving again, It's gonna tell us that due to safety reasons, they cannot let us keep driving in this kind of situation. Like, watch this. There we go. Your safety for this function has been turned off. And this thing is quite a peppy car. I love it and I enjoy driving it. Fun, simple, and elegant. Back into regular drive mode. Now back into regular drive mode. There's no auto hold feature in this one, but if you go for the higher trims, all this is filled up, and there you go. This is the best way. If you want to clean up your screen, this is how I see you should do it. And if I tap it, it turns back on nicely. Overall, this is a very simple Audi to drive. Very easy to use and very easy to get used to as well. Springs are soft. Now let's go back into comfort driving as we enter another residential area, making a quick U-turn. And let's see our turn radius and horn test. That's something we gotta do, horn test. Wow, this thing's actually pretty loud for the horn test. Okay, turn radius, very good. Okay, very nice. This thing is super stable. And as we go back on the main road, yeah, I'm not gonna keep toggling that. We're gonna put it in auto. If this was my own personal vehicle, I would have kept it in dynamic mode all the time. But let's try our cruise control before we end this quick little review. So let's turn it on. There we go. As you can see down below, we're trying to set our speed to, let's go with 50. We're gonna keep pulling it up. There is an easier way to do this. Just reach the desired speed and then set your cruise control. I'm doing it while I'm stopped, so it's trying its best. Okay. And as you can see, we got radar detection in front, and the car is automatically slowing down by itself. Even though my foot is slightly covering the brake just to be safe, it's still slowing down by itself, which is very nice. Comes to a complete stop and it accelerates by itself. It's almost self-driving at this point. I love it. I love it. Too bad we can't do no highway driving because the nearest highway is way too far away for us to get there. Yes, we also get blind spot monitoring as well. This car is almost fully autonomous with the way it drives. It's so smooth, you barely realize that you are in cruise control. There we go. But anyway, final verdict of this car, it's arguably the best daily driver from Audi. For a small sedan, if you want a small to regular size sedan. If you want something a little bit bigger, I suggest you get an SUV. But again, link in the description for all those guys who helped me get this vehicle, and take care.